So cleaning clip for the gym. Everything I go over, it might sound like it's super obvious. It might sound like it's boring. Why would I want to watch a clip on how to clean a gym? This is mostly for gym owners and managers and whatnot that clean your gym what should be regularly every day. So I'm going to go over everything from sweeping, mopping, vacuuming. We'll make sure that it's time-lapse and it goes quick so you're not watching me do the whole thing, but I am going to do the entire thing in this clip. So you'll be able to watch it. I'll speed it up at certain points. I'll slow it down to talk. But I'm going to point out some things that if you are not doing as the person who cleans your gym, or if you are a student and you notice that these things aren't getting done at your gym, it needs to be brought up. And you need to make sure that they're being done because ultimately it's going to keep everybody clean and healthy. We don't want people getting sick because your gym is dirty. So, like I said, it's going to go over everything to clean the mats and to keep the mats clean so we don't get stuff on us. So, starting with sweeping. Again, it seems like it couldn't be easier, but this is a very important part. A lot of people, a lot of gyms that I've seen don't sweep, they just mop. And that makes no sense whatsoever. Everything that's on the mats, all of the pad foam, if the pad's breaking down from tie pads, hair and whatnot, you don't want any of that on yourself. So it just makes sense to sweep beforehand. As you can see, it looks like, I'm just pushing the broom. I've done it to where I do this the whole time and I get about the same amount of stuff. So I just push it and it works out well. One thing I will do is I'll make sure that at least once every 2 weeks or so we're vacuuming out the cracks. All of these little cracks will end up getting stuff in them and we'll vacuum them out. And then every week we're vacuuming around the edges to make sure there's nothing around the edges. But I'm going to continue doing this. We're going to speed it up a little bit. You can watch me do the whole thing. And next part is mopping. Just got done sweeping. It didn't take long at all. I swept everything into one line against the boxes and then I vacuumed it all up. That's one thing I've noticed at some gyms, they don't even vacuum it up. They'll push it all along the side and then they'll mop it. So then you end up with this kind of crusty line of stuff, which is just gross. Just vacuum it up. It takes minimal time and then you're on to mopping, which is where we are right now. So products. I use these Kennedy mops. They're awesome. They come with these little pads. After I'm done with this pad, it will go right in the wash. The only thing it touches is the mats. That's the only thing. It doesn't touch the tile. It's tempting after you're done mopping the mats to mop the tile, but it shouldn't. Anything that's on the tile should stay on the tile. Anything that's on the mat should stay on the mat. In this case, my feet are on my flip-flops. I'm always wearing my flip-flops when I'm on tile near bathrooms and whatnot. But as soon as I step on the mats, I will take them off so I'm barefoot on the mats. So let's walk you through this. Simple process. You want to get, what is that? About an ounce. That's all you really need of this Ken Clean Plus solution. It's awesome. It works great. One of the reasons that we have been able to stay as such a clean gym is because we use this. I've seen some gyms will put they'll put it in a sprayer, kind of like a weed killing sprayer, and that works, but it doesn't distribute it like this does. So a healthy amount of solution in there, water. That is all we'll need to clean all of the mats at CPA MMA. It doesn't take much, but I make sure that that it's wet, and it's not like it's just a little moist. I make sure that it is wet. Okay, not soaking, but wet enough that I can tell that the solution has been put on. So that's the next step. We're going to time lapse it again, and you'll see it done. Again, we're back in the same spot where it seemed very obvious of how to just sweep. One thing with mopping is you need to make sure that you are overlapping, that you're not just mopping, specific lines and then missing the cracks in between. I mentioned the cracks are normally one of the dirtiest spots, so you got to make sure that you're mopping over them. So again, this is just busy work now. We're going to put it on time lapse just so you can see me do the whole mats. And we'll go on to the next part, which is cleaning the pads. And I'll show you how to clean all the tie pads, bags and whatnot. So that's the next step. Okay, heavy bags, tie bags, smaller bags that we use for punching and whatnot, Focus Master, Bob, uppercut bags. All of these bags need to be cleaned every day, not once a month. Every day they should be wiped down. Think about this. Your hands are going from, your gloves are going from hitting the bag right back to your head. So if there's something funky on the bags, make sure that you're getting it off first. And we do this every day before any of our students come in and hit the bag. So couldn't be easier. Just wiping them down. The whole bag too, not just where you punch, because your legs as well. Now with Bob, as you can see, Bob has a shirt on, and that shirt we will wash. We'll wash this shirt once a week, and then we'll wipe off Bob. Always get his face, because that's usually what gets hit the most. We'll wipe down Bob, and like I said, when we take off his shirt once a week, we'll wipe down him as well. That never gets funky. And everything else is pretty obvious of how to clean. I just clean them the exact same as we just did the tie bags, but I'll do the Focus Master, speed bag, double-ended bag, uppercut bags. Everything will get cleaned the exact same. Doesn't take that much time, but it helps prevent anything that could go from one person to the bag back to another person, which is what we're trying to avoid. Pads, tie pads, focus mitts. We've already gone over my thoughts on how to store these. They need to be in an open area. They need to be ventilated in some way. This is just completely open. I've mentioned there's gyms out there that will literally close off. They put them in boxes. They'll close it off and they'll leave them in there, and they get super funky. They stink. Everything that's on the pads ends up getting on the students. Students get sick. So what we do is we make sure we're cleaning these pads at least once a week, and we clean everything from the outside, inside, the buckles, and we use just Lysol disinfectant to clean them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set all of these pads up all along the fence and along this box right here. I'm going to spray one side, let that dry, turn it around, spray the other side, and then we put them back in. Couldn't be easier, but as I mentioned, it really helps prevent anything that could get you sick, especially around this time of the year. Right now it's September, so we're coming into the fall season, and with people getting colds and whatnot, that's another thing that can jump from the pads onto you. So you want to make sure you clean your pads. Everything from sweeping and mopping the mats to cleaning the bags to cleaning all of the pads. Everything now is clean. I don't have to worry about anything jumping onto our students here at Central PA Mixed Martial Arts and getting them sick. And like I said, we do the mats every single day. Make sure, if you're the one that cleans your gym or you are a gym owner, gym manager, make sure they're getting done every day. With the pads, as I mentioned, those are a once a week thing. The bags, we get those every single class. So keep that in mind. It'll keep you healthy. It'll keep all of your training partners healthy. And as I mentioned, if you find that something that I did here is something that your gym does not do, bring it up to them. It's not worth your health. It's not worth your friend's health, to get sick. So make sure that you're bringing that up. Make sure that everybody's staying healthy by staying clean.